Dear Matthew, there have been very few times in my life where I've been left truly speechless. Once on the first day we met, mostly because I was a 14-year-old nervous wreck that had just had my first kiss. Once more when you proposed to me after 8 years of dating. And right now, which is quite possibly leaving me the most speechless. I'm speechless trying to find the words that I want to say to you in this letter that you're reading almost 10 years later after the day we met. Can you believe we're finally at our wedding day? I've been with you for almost half my life. Wow, it sounds crazy. I constantly ask God why I'm so deserving of your love, especially at such a young age. Perhaps when you put us on earth, you knew I needed your love as much as you needed mine. And that someday I would be worthy of being your wife. God has known about this exact moment long before today. He knew our paths would cross. You are my soulmate, Matthew, and somehow our souls found a way to each other by the help of God.
Dear future Miss Dillon, people spend their entire lives looking for someone like you. Somehow I was lucky and blessed enough to find my freshman year of high school. At that very moment, the life I considered mine transitioned and became ours together. True happiness and love is rarely found in our short time on earth, but I have found true love and true happiness exclusively in you. It is located in your big blue eyes, in your tender, loving smile, and in your kind, caring heart.
Agape, the highest form of love. It's selfless, sacrificial, and unconditional love. Agape is the first word that comes to mind when I think about us as a couple. Agape love is unconditional love that is always giving. It devotes total commitment to seek the highest, best, no matter how anyone may respond. This form of love is totally selfless and does not change whether love given is returned or not. How do I fit a decade of time together with you and all the things I want to say in such a short letter?
I'm writing this letter to you from the Academy. I thought this place would be one of the most difficult experiences of my life, but I was wrong. The most difficult experience of my life is having to tell you goodbye when I come back here. No matter how hard I try telling you goodbye, it never gets easier. And that's simply because when you find someone like you, saying see you later is impossible, which is why we are getting married today.
Today and the rest of my days, I will continue to choose this life of adventure with you. I can't possibly fit all my emotions, stories, and thoughts into one letter, but I promise to continue to show you for decades to come you are the most loyal, dependable, and kind-hearted person I know. You're always asking yourself how you got so lucky to have me, but I'm the one that is truly lucky. I am marrying the guy that everyone refers to as the biggest romantic with the kindest heart. You never stop surprising me and continuing to go out of your way to do big and small romantic gestures. Not because you have to, but because you want to. In you, I have found the person I want and I cannot live without, and the man I know will stand by my side no matter what. Since the day you left for the police academy, I've been emotionally tested. So tested that I've prayed for God's comfort more than ever. God always answers this prayer by reminding me to find comfort and knowing that you are following your dreams, and that I will stand by your side through it all. From the outside on the inside, if I were to mold the exact choice in a husband and the father of my future children, it would be you. I cannot wait to build my life with you, to grow with you, and to raise a family with you.
I thank God for blessing me with you every day. I ask Him to care for you. I ask Him to make me a better man, so you will be proud to call me yours. You're my final prayer every night before I close my eyes to sleep. Courtney Renee, you are completely and truly perfect. I love you with every entirety of my heart and will continue to do so until I breathe my final breath. Yours, always and forever, Matthew Thad Smith.
I remember it like it was just yesterday when Courtney told me that Matt had kissed her for the first time. She messaged me on MySpace in all capital letters and declared that Matt had kissed her. She was so happy. From day one, Matt has treated Courtney with only the utmost respect and kindness. He treats her like a princess, and that's what I've always wanted for her. I couldn't have asked for a better man to marry my best friend. I remember the moment that I knew Courtney and Matt would get married. It was in high school when Courtney had her sternum surgery. We all went to visit her in the hospital, and I remember Matt and her having a few minutes alone in the hospital room together. As I watched from the doorway, he knelt down beside her bed with tears in his eyes, gently kissed her, and just looked at her with such love, I can't even explain it. He was so worried about her and cared for her so incredibly much. I knew in that moment he was the one for her, and they would get married. And here we are today.
Matthew, today I stand before you making the easiest decision of my life, becoming your wife. May the vows that we take today echo into eternity. Every vow that I make to you today I intend to keep until death parts us. After almost a decade of life together and a lifetime to go with each other, there's so much I want to vow and promise to you as my husband.
Future Miss Dillon, just saying that puts a large and gleaming smile on my face. I was just a kid when we stumbled into each other's arms. I knew when I saw you, even for the first time, I would make you mine always and forever.
Take a deep breath, because it has not been a smooth process for you, for either of you, leading up to this wedding and planning for this day. But this day has arrived, and everything seems to be as great as you would expect it to be on a day like today, and in just a few minutes from now, the two of you will be married. And that's the most important thing.
I vow to not expect perfection from you, as perfection belongs only to God. I promise to minimize your weaknesses and magnify your strengths and always see you through the kind and patient eyes that I do now. As a wife, I promise to be your biggest supporter, even when I'm scared to death of the future as you pursue your career as a state trooper. I will leave my trust in God's hands and trust that He will be your constant protector and return to you home every night, safe and back into my arms. I promise to grow old with you when life looks different around us and our bodies become fragile and our hair turns gray and our faces wrinkle. I promise I will be there loving you with the same ferociousness that our love has now. I pray our minds stay strong, always remembering our love story and the reason that God put us on the earth and led us to each other. I cannot promise life will be perfect, because I know it won't. I cannot promise we'll never argue or have hardships, because I know we will. But I can promise we will get through everything together as husband and wife, while always pursuing the Lord to the end of our days.
My love for you is endless and unstoppable, and I will now speak solely from my heart, as I always have with you. I vow to listen to you, and I vow to care for you. I vow to give you and only you all I have for the rest of our lives. I promise to never stop being goofy and to never stop making you smile that big, beautiful smile. I promise to be there for you in times when you need me and even in times when you may not. I promise to be your brunch date and to always order a side of bacon that I know you want but you are too shy to admit. I vow to tend to you when you're not feeling your best. I vow to stay romantic and to be as spontaneous and loving as I can be no matter the situation.
It is my pleasure to present to you as husband and wife, Mr. and Mrs. Matthew and Courtney Dillon.
Courtney, I've never seen you look so beautiful as you do today. And Matt, my heart feels whole with the nice son-in-law I'm gaining. I've never met a more perfect couple. You two bring out the best in each other, and it's so evident you both treasure your relationship. I hope through the years you become even better friends and share every possible kind of joy life can bring.
And I've been great friends with Matt ever since we met in school. We've always gotten along because we have so much in common. Sports, just trying to be goofy to make each other laugh. I knew he always wanted to be a cop, and I've had experience in the back of police cars. So our friendship was just meant to be. But through all the years, I've seen Matt work hard to create a great life for himself and Courtney. And it's kind of tough to be Matt's friend because in comparison, I look kind of bad while he's achieving all his life goals by the age of 25. For example, he's in the State Trooper Academy. He's marrying a beautiful, the love of his life, and probably most miraculously, he saw the Eagles win a Super Bowl.
What is love to you? To me, love is whether it's been a day or a year. You still have the same joy when seeing each other, not only tolerating someone's quirks, but appreciating them. Them being apart has only brought them closer. What is love to you? Because to me, Matt and Courtney have love.
I vow to never take your love for granted and always remember that with all this world has to offer, that you have chosen me. I will cherish our marriage and protect it at all costs. Every day, I will enjoy the mystery and miracle of God through this crazy thing called marriage. Matthew Thad Smith Dillon, you are part of my soul. I take you to be my husband for all of our days. I promise to love you with my whole heart, as long as it shall continue to be, and when our time on earth comes to an end, I promise to look into your eyes, still thanking God for one another, and the love and life He blessed us with, for He is the one that brought us together in the first place.
I'm feeling strong enough to bring the world into. Feels like ever since we left this place.
I vow to protect you from the wickedness and darkness of this world. I vow to remind you how truly and exceptionally beautiful you are, and how beautiful you will always be to me. I vow to speak softly and calmly to you. I vow to always come home safely to you. I vow to love you until my final breath escapes me. It is with all my heart I vow these things to you before our close friends, our family, and before our eternal God who created the most perfect and thoughtful person I will have the exclusive privilege to call mine. All these things I vow to you forever and ever.
My time has come today. I'm feeling strong enough. Feels like ever since we left this place. Young, wild, and brave to make our we trust the night. All my time has come today.
For you are the one person in all this world whom my love is the deepest for. I will love you, respect you, and be faithful to you from this day forward until God calls us home. This is my solemn vow.